And welcome back to Waverley Hour. Today we are doing a review on the Rolife Sunset Carnival. Now this build is not one I put together on channel, so it's one I built a few years ago before the channel existed. Otherwise I'm sure it would have been, but there is a really good reason that I'm doing this review, which I will explain at the end. But unless you've seen my post, in which case then you already know. But it is, I also said that I would do some reviews on some models which I haven't built, so you can see the pros and the cons of them. So I'm going to do 5 of each, going into which the first one is, it is beautifully made. It is beautiful. It's quite mesmerizing. I like certain points to it. I like the fact that it's got the leather look here at the front of the TV. It's got the little grille like a TV would have. It has the knobs which do come on. And it has the big wheel. It also has a circus going on in there. It has some signage. It's got people on the carts. I mean, how cool is that? And it also does have like a roller coaster. Let me see if I can get this working correctly. And you can see that roller coasters on that side, and when it comes back around, it rolls all the way around the back there of the thing, and also on this side as well. So let me turn you back, mate. And so it is really very beautiful. Okay, so the second point is that it does light up and also plays music. So if I turn it on here, you can see it's beautifully lit up, and it plays music and moves. So you can see that the big wheel goes round, and also that the little circus goes around in the far corner here, down here. And the wheel goes around as well, and it does have a sunset which rises and falls at the back. Unfortunately mine's not working, but it does have it. I'll turn the music off and just leave the lights on. It's quite loud, isn't it, really? Okay, so the second, and it is lit up well. I mean, it's got a little light inside the little circus area. I think, I can't remember actually, or maybe it's just doing really well from the ceiling lights, because it's got little clouds on the ceiling and everything. So it is very pretty up here. It is USB powered, so you don't have to worry about any batteries, which makes it easy. Assuming you have a USB lead, but you don't have to worry about batteries, you don't have to worry about them corroding inside. It is only USB powered, so you don't have batteries at all. The instructions to put it together were pretty easy to follow on the whole. There was one particular area which was a bit tricky. I still remember it now, so it was tricky, but I'll go into that on the other side of the cons. And the other thing is, I actually think it is really good quality. I mean, it was well put together. The wood is pretty decent, and it is all wood, and it looks all wood. And even the little bear going around, I mean, there's a little bear right here. I'll show you again. And you can see he comes around here. Things like that, just like nice little touches. I like the fact that they've got people in the carts of the sky wheel, they call it. And also, even the little roller coaster design which goes around, I think is beautiful. Turn it off again. Don't want to deafen you all, and you'll get tired of the music. And that, you know, that's a thing, isn't it? So it is good quality. On the negative side, the aerial kept falling out. I mean, I ended up gluing it in. And then I had it on a countertop for a while, and whether the wind from the window kept knocking it out, I don't know. Anyway, it just kept knocking, and in the end one of them did break. As it happened, shortly after this, I did want to put it inside like a cubicle, which is where I keep a lot of my models in cubes. So I took them out anyway, so it wasn't a deal breaker for me, but it hopefully they've improved that fit. The fit was just poor. It just needed gluing, as did the backing plate going on here as well. I had to glue that close because it kept coming off. So, you know, there was a few downsides to that. The sun, which goes at the back there, which goes around, it's like a big disc, keeps falling off. It's fallen off from the time it was built, which just as annoying. I put it back on a few times, but it doesn't stay on. So that was very unfortunate, because it's nice when you see the sun rising and setting and things. It was pretty, but we don't have that now. So that's unfortunate. That was just a bit of a poor design, I think, from their point of view. Other negative, which I think is such a great shame and it's such a miss, is wouldn't it have been beautiful to have been able to put the lights on and actually see the movement, rather than the fact you have to have the music to get the movement. Not everyone wants the music playing. I just would have thought it would have been nicer to have attached the movement to the light side rather than putting it on the music side. And then if you want the music, great, and if not, then you don't, because you can't, like if I turn this off, obviously everything's going to go off. This is the only way I can get any movement, which I think is a great shame. I love the speed of the Skywheel, by the way. I think it's really cool. Anyway, so that was sort of another downside. Another one is, and this again on construction, is most of the plastic, like on the sides here, is really stuck down well. It's got a lot of areas to stick, so it's not a big problem. However, the front one wasn't like that. Whether it was, I can't remember if it was pre-cut to be a certain size or whether they gave you a template to go around. Either way, there wasn't enough to fix it, and mine is actually really loose. Like here, and also there's wiring going here which is also loose, and it's held in with some masking tape right now, so that's kind of definitely a downside. You can't really see it unless you're looking for it, but it is there. But this being loose like this, it means, I guess, you can access something if it goes wrong to an extent, but it's definitely not ideal. The fifth and final big problem, or not big problem, challenge, let's put it that way, is making this mirror behind this part here. So it has a little mirror effect. It's almost like it's accordion. I can't remember if it has an accordion piece in it or whether you're just trying to slot the mirror between two parts. Either way, absolute pain in the butt. And I just remember it being so very difficult to do and taken a lot of time to do. Everything else worked beautifully, and I really, overall, and my final thoughts on this particular build is, I think it's beautiful. It's one the grandchildren love to see in motion. It drives everyone nuts, the amount of music. I think it would be much better, like I said, if the music was attached to the lights rather than having it attached to the movement attached to the music. So that's a bit unfortunate, and I think a little bit of a miss. And the reason I'm doing this review right now is because very soon on channel I am going to be building the Rolife Secura, can't say, Dreamy Tour, which is in the shape of an old-fashioned radio. So I think it will be really cool. It does have an aerial, exactly the same as this one did, so I will put it in for the build, but the likelihood is I will take it out so it can sit next to this one in a little cube. So I am really looking forward to doing it. I think it's got great entertainment value. It's beautiful to look at. The amount of painting on here is really is quite stunning, and I think they've worked well on the colours and things like that to bring them out, even down to the flooring with the check going on. I do think it's beautiful. It is a bit of a pain, the wheels with an elastic band, so you have to be careful on that. It's in several pieces, so putting it into the base is a bit tricky, but not it's doable, let's put it that way. It just takes a bit of patience. Anyway, that's my thoughts on this model, letting you know what I have coming up, which will hopefully match it quite well. And I look forward to seeing you guys for that build. Anyway guys, I do hope you have found that useful, and just some pointers really for the build itself. Overall, I do think it's a good build. It does have a few issues. I do hope that they have rectified those with the new one coming out. But you can follow that with me over the trials and tribulations, but hopefully the glory. to see how all of the little things have been fixed. And they are little things in the scheme of things. The problems really aren't huge. They are mendable, let's put it that way. Except for that sun. That sun's a pain in the butt. Just fallen off this time, and I've tried so many times to fix it. It just doesn't want to stay on. Okay, guys. Please do like and subscribe. I will see you again very soon for the next build. I hope you are enjoying these little reviews. Most of all, do take care of yourselves. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.